Open that gate! Brenda Karen Kessler, the self-appointed queen of Willow Sands, is practically foaming at the mouth. She runs our HOA like she's the CEO of America. Everything in this neighborhood, she thinks it's hers. My name's Derek Brennan. Just moved here 6 months ago, bought a private lakeside cabin to escape corporate insanity. Yet somehow, I landed in HOA hell. And right now, Karen is inches from combusting. This is community property? She screeches. I tighten the steel chain across the road. My lawyer says otherwise, and so do the deed records. Her 20 uninvited guests stand behind her holding coolers, floaties, and bad decisions. Phones start recording. Karen smiles like she owns the narrative. She lives for attention. You think you can just move in and make your own rules? Her voice shakes. No, I say. I can follow the law. You should try it sometime. She screeches like a wild animal in a feedback loop. You'll regret this. I'll bury you in paperwork. She storms away, dialing someone powerful, or someone dumb enough to think she's powerful. I turn to the camera in my hand and speak to the people who get it. If you've ever dealt with someone like her, hit like because this is about to get ugly. The chain locks with a heavy clank. That sound? It's the moment everything changed. But this wasn't about a gate. It was about a woman who'd rather torch a community than lose control. 5 minutes later, my phone erupts like a malfunctioning call center. Unknown number, unknown number, unknown number. I let them ring. Then bang, bang, bang shakes my front door. I open it to Deputy Ryan Hollister, mid-40s, tired eyes, the look of a man who's broken up too many barbecue fights. Karen stands behind him like she's presenting Exhibit A. Officer, arrest him, she shrieks. He's blocking community access. Hollister lifts a hand, calm but annoyed. Ma'am, let me handle this. To me, got any proof of ownership? I hand him my folder of property lines, surveys, all legit. He reads slowly. Karen's smile evaporates. You own the entire shoreline, he confirms. Karen sputters. But the HOA has zero authority over this land, he cuts in. Her eye twitches, that's her tell. She hates it when someone else has the last word. This isn't over, she hisses at me. She storms off again, leaving a cloud of entitlement behind. Deputy Hollister gives me a look that sinks into my bones. You stepped into something bigger, she doesn't lose pretty. He walks away. The world goes quiet, too quiet. If threats don't break you, people like her find sharper tools. Night falls, I try to breathe, pretend peace still lives here. But then voices, dozens, flashlights, coolers, a mini-mob marching toward the lake, leading them Karen, with a megawatt smile and a clipboard like she's running Coachella. You can't be serious, I mutter. She raises her voice so everyone hears. Community lake party, everyone is welcome. Except, it's not hers to welcome. A grill fires up, music blasts, kids cannonball into the water. Trespassing turns into a festival. I start recording. Karen slithers up beside me. You should stop, she whispers. That video won't help you. Her nail taps my phone. I whisper back. I'm done letting you rewrite reality. She spins to the crowd. He's harassing us. Somebody call the cops. Phones lift toward me like they're hunting clickbait. And suddenly, I'm the bad guy in her story. If you're still watching this madness, buckle up. You haven't seen anything yet. Because this wasn't chaos. It was a strategy, a power game, and she was playing to win. She wasn't trying to get access. She was trying to take everything. By morning, the rumor mill is in full gear. Notifications explode on my community app. Lake Hog harasses families. Aggressive newcomer blocks shared amenities. Report him to the board. My picture is everywhere. Screenshots from that beach night ambush. Edited, twisted, made to look like I snapped and attacked people. Who's the admin of the group? Of course, Karen. A post pops up from her account. He's dangerous. We must protect our neighborhood. I laugh bitterly. The woman who weaponized a picnic is now the guardian angel. A knock on my door. Pete Chen, neighbor from 3 houses down. Tall, quiet guy, military calm. He hands me a coffee like he came in peace. Most people here, they only know what she says, he murmurs. So they hate me now? I ask. He doesn't answer. He doesn't need to. She's been after that lake for years, Pete adds. Every board president before her shut it down. Then she became the board. Something shifts in my stomach. A trail of power plays, a pattern. What does she really want? I ask. Pete glances around in a low voice. Control. She needs everyone to kneel. You didn't. Silence hangs heavy. Before leaving, he says, Write down everything, record everything, she'll come harder. The door closes. I grip the edge of the counter. My heart beats with a new understanding. This isn't a petty neighbor feud. This is a hostile takeover, but she picked the wrong guy. I spent 10 years in corporate negotiation. I know bullies, I know leverage, and I know how to win without raising my voice. And just when I thought I had her figured out, Karen made her boldest move yet, one that could destroy me legally. The next attack isn't loud. No shouting, no angry crowd, just a plain white envelope taped to my door. Stamped in bold red letters, property violation, immediate action required. I tear it open. According to the county, the access road to my lakefront is public right-of-way, meaning anyone can walk, drive, party, or pitch a tent here, and I can't stop them. It smells exactly like Karen. I march straight to the HOA office, not to argue, to confirm. Karen is sitting behind the counter like she built the place with her bare hands, starched blazer, perfect bun, smile sharp enough to draw blood. Oh, Derek, her fake enthusiasm could choke a horse. So nice of you to drop by. Coffee? I slap the notice on the counter. What game are you playing now? She skims it, taps her nails like she's counting down my blood pressure. I'm not playing any game, she says. That's a government decision. And who filed the complaint? I demand. She shrugs. Anonymous, probably a concerned citizen. Her eyes gleam like she's about to toast a victory margarita. You see, Derek, when you move into a community, you follow community rules. I follow the law, I snap. She leans in, breath smelling of victory and mint gum. Laws can change, votes can change them. And I have the votes. The room suddenly feels smaller, hotter. She holds the notice up between two fingers. To your future, she whispers. I grab it back and leave before I do something regrettable. Outside, I inhale hard, counting to 10 like my therapist taught me. There's only one good response to a cornered bully: sunlight, the truth, and receipts. She wants to weaponize government? Fine. I'll bring every shred of evidence I have and show the world exactly who she is. Exposing her lies would be easy. But Karen's next move? She didn't come to my land. She came for my reputation. 2 days later, my truck looks like it went through a riot. Keyed down both sides. Deep. Word carved into the paint. Lake thief, my mailbox, ripped clean off the post, thrown into the ditch like a dead body. A group of neighbors stands across the street whispering, laughing, watching me pick up the pieces. Then my phone buzzes. New post. HOA community app. Written by surprise Karen. We are investigating multiple claims of harassment by Derek B. residents. Please report any concerns ASAP. Stay safe out there, folks. Stay safe, like I'm the threat. Comments flood in. He blocked my nephew from swimming. He yelled at my kids for fishing. I heard he tried to hit someone with his truck. All lies. All is spreading like oil in water. I scroll further and my stomach twists. Screenshots of my private social media. Photos taken through my windows. Someone tracked my entire life. Someone obsessed. Someone is desperate to break me. My hands shake, not from fear, from fury. I look up. Pete Chen is walking over. You all right? He asks quietly. No, I admit. This is insane, he nods. We warned you, she plays dirty. I stare at the carved slur on my truck. How far does she go? Pete exhaled like the weight was crushing him too. She doesn't stop until you're alone, until the whole neighborhood believes her version of you. I clench my jaw. I will not be erased, not by her. Not by anyone. Time to go on offense, I tell him. Pete raises a brow. With what? I look him dead in the eyes. Proof, cameras, records, everything. If she wants a war of perception, she picked the wrong storyteller. Because when truth becomes a weapon, the first strike can shake a kingdom. And mine, it was going viral. By sunrise, I've turned my living room into a command center. Laptop open. External drives are plugged in. Trail cam footage queued. Dozens of clips showing strangers walking across my land. Drones, grills, beer pong. Even fireworks at midnight, all trespassing, all documented. Pete sits across from me, sipping coffee like this is war strategy, because it is. You're really going through with this? He asks. Yep, I answer. No more hiding. No more letting her narrate my life. I sent everything to a local news station. Reporter Curtis Lehman is known for exposing HOA abuse. Within an hour, my phone rings. This is Curtis, he says. I saw what you sent. This story, it's big. Mind if we film today? I smile for the first time in days. Karen wanted attention. She's about to get a spotlight bright enough to melt her mask. News cameras arrive at noon. Curtis walks the shoreline with me as I explain everything. Karen appears on cue, storming down the hill like a villain, missing her cue. "What are you doing?" she snaps. Curtis turns politely. "Miss Kessler, would you like to give a statement?" She freezes. Her brain races behind her eyes, then the composure flickers back. "Yes, I'll speak once we're off camera. This man is manipulating the media and our attorneys are involved." Attorneys. Plural, of course. She yanks out her phone and starts filming us. Then she screams louder than ever. "You're all trespassing. This land is community property and I'll prove it in court." The camera catches every shake in her voice, every crack in the Queen's crown. Curtis whispers to me as she stomps away, "She's losing control." I nod. Let her lose it publicly. Because the world just saw her rage, but they hadn't seen her desperation. Not yet. And desperate people do desperate things. The news segment hits that evening. Drone clips of my lake. Interview bites of Karen losing her mind on camera. The headline scrolling. Homeowner claims HOA overreached, who really owns the lake. My phone lights up with notifications faster than a slot machine jackpot. Support, sympathy, people who have battled HOA nightmares are cheering. Stand your ground. Do not let that woman bully you. Every message feels like oxygen, but across the street, a different reaction. Karen is pacing her driveway. Phone glued to her ear, hands shaking violently. She tries her best to look confident, but every few minutes her face collapses into pure panic. And that's when the luxury SUV pulls up. Black, tinted windows. No HOA budget buys one of those. A slick guy in a suit steps out, the contractor from the development I saw earlier. He marches up to Karen and starts yelling, not fake yelling, real, panicked, angry. Pete watches with me from my porch. "What's going on?" I ask. Pete lowers his voice. "They already spent money, big money, investors, concrete orders. Your lake wasn't supposed to fight back." Something cold hits my spine. So exposing the truth hurt their investment. More like set it on fire. Karen's scream pierces the street. "I had it under control." The contractor gets in her face. "Control. You just put our entire project on the news." He storms off, tires screeching. Karen stands alone in the street, hugging herself. Shaking, that's fear, real fear, but fear doesn't make her smaller, it makes her dangerous. She looks straight at me, pure hatred, no hiding it now, no pretending this is about community or fairness. This is about power, and she's drowning. When a bully starts losing power, they don't surrender, they attack harder, and her next move was nuclear. The neighborhood group chat is on fire by morning, people arguing, neighbors choosing sides, screenshots flying like bullets. Karen lied to us. My family trespassed because she said it was allowed. She owes US an apology. The board members begin jumping ship. Treasurer resigns, the secretary publishes a statement, compliance officer demands transparency. It's chaos. Delicious, righteous chaos. Pete reads the latest comment aloud. "I'm ashamed I believed her." Karen replies instantly. "Do not challenge my authority. This community will collapse without leadership." Someone responds, "Maybe it should." By noon, Karen calls an emergency HOA meeting at the community center. I go, not to speak, to watch. The room is packed, people furious, people embarrassed, people betrayed. Karen stomps to the podium, gavel in hand like a judge sentencing everyone. "This attack on me is an attack on the community," she screams. Someone in the back yells. "No, Brenda, you attacked the community." Her face twists. "It's Brenda Kessler, president of Willow SAW, not anymore." The treasurer stands up, hands her a document. "A recall vote has been initiated. Effective immediately, your authority is suspended." Gasps. A few cheers, one loud whistle. Karen freezes. Her eyes do something I've never seen before. They soften, just for a second. Like she realizes the kingdom she built is crumbling. Then the softness shatters. "You think you can overthrow me?" she snaps. "I still have legal power, and I'm taking HIM to court." Every head turns toward me. I don't flinch. I look her dead in the eyes. "Then I'll see you there." The thought was that the court would finally bring the truth to light. But what Karen did next, it was beyond illegal. It was personal destruction. Court smells like coffee and fear. Karen walks in like she owns the building. Designer suit, stiff posture, entourage of HOA members trailing behind her like backup dancers. I have two people, Pete, and attorney Ramona Cole, sharp, calm, deadly smart, the kind of lawyer who can slice someone open with a single sentence. We take our seats. Karen immediately points at me. There he is. The squatter pretending he owns the lake. The judge barely looks up. Miss Kessler, please sit down. She does, huffing like a malfunctioning steam engine. The case begins. Karen's lawyer stands, trying to act confident. The HOA has used that lake for over a decade. It is effectively public property due to implied easement and... Ramona interrupts, rising smooth as silk. Your Honor, may I submit the recorded deeds? Mr. Brennan's family purchased this land privately long before the HOA existed. No easement has ever been granted. She hands documents to the judge. Stamp. Stamp. Accepted. Karen's jaw drops halfway open. Like she forgot evidence is a thing that exists. Next, the video evidence. Trail cam clips show trespassing. The beach party. Karen screams that the lake is hers. Karen slams her palms on the table. That video is out of context. Ramona doesn't blink. Let's add context then. She plays the news segment. Karen's meltdown takes center stage. The courtroom tries not to laugh, failing. Karen glares at the judge. You're all being manipulated. He's turning MY community against me. The judge raises one eyebrow, the judicial version of sit down. Finally, judgment. Mr. Brennan has full legal ownership. The HOA must cease all interference and reimburse his legal fees. Gavel, case closed. Ramona whispers, told you we'd bury them. But then Karen stands, slow, shaking. This isn't over, she hisses. You just made yourself my full-time project. Her threat lands like ice in my spine. The court is won, but the war still burning. She lost the law, so she decided to break it, and her next move nearly destroyed my home. The night after court, I sleep for the first time in a week. I wake up to sirens. Blue and red lights flicker through my windows. I rush outside barefoot, heart in my throat. My dock is on fire. Flames are chewing through wood. Smoke is punching into the sky. Firefighters fight the blaze. Pete is already spraying water from a hose, yelling, "Get back, Derek, it could blow." I'm frozen, watching everything I built turn to ash. Then a voice. You should have just shared the lake. Karen, standing across the road, hair wild, eyes empty, like sanity packed its bags and left hours ago. You did this, I choke out. She doesn't answer directly. Instead, she points at the burning dock and screams. You left me no choice. Deputy Hollister shows up fast. He hears her. He sees the flames. He doesn't need a confession. Brenda Kessler, turn around, he orders. Hands go behind her back. Cold metal clinks. For once, she doesn't resist. As he leads her to the squad car, she looks at me, not anger, not hate, just loss. You took everything from me, she whispers. And for half a second, I feel something weird. Sadness, pity. But then I see the fire again, the destruction, the danger she created. No, she did this to herself. Hollister shuts the door and the car rolls away, sirens silent now. Pete steps closer. You okay? I watch the last piece of my dock collapse into the water. No, I say honestly, but this is the break I needed. Because that night wasn't the end, it was the reset. Where everything was broken, finally had room to rebuild. The lake looks different the next morning. Quieter, smoother, like it's finally breathing again. I walk the shoreline, stepping around charred boards and soggy ash. Every destroyed piece of that dock reminds me of one thing. Survival isn't passive. Pete joins me, hands in his jacket pockets. She's facing arson charges, he says. Could be jail time. I nod, but I'm not celebrating. I never wanted her life to fall apart, I admit. I just wanted mine back. He smiles sadly. Control freaks burn the world before they give up control. I stare out at the water, my water. You think the neighborhood hates me still? Pete shakes his head. Look up. I do. Families are walking toward me cautiously at first. The same neighbors who once glared now look embarrassed. Guilty, human, a woman steps forward, wringing her hands. We are sorry, she says. We trusted her. We shouldn't have. One by one, they echo the apology. Not loud, not perfect, but real, and that. I'll take real over perfect any day. I raise a hand. No hard feelings. But we're going to do things differently from now on. They nod, ready to listen, ready to change. By sunset, 4 neighbors are hammering new boards with me. Pete grills burgers for everyone. Kids chase each other along the shore, laughing, not screaming accusations. For the first time in a long time, this place feels like a community. I take a slow breath. Relief tastes like clean air. Karen didn't destroy me. She just revealed who stood with me all along. And now we rebuild stronger. But the biggest lesson wasn't about property, it was about people and how the right ones can hold you up when the world tries to tear you down. A few weeks later, the new dock is finished. Simple, sturdy. Mine, I sit at the edge with my feet in the water, the lake calm enough to mirror the sky. It hits me how close I came to losing everything, my reputation, my home, my peace, all because one person needed control more than honesty. Here's what I learned. You can be the nicest guy in the room, the one who minds his own business, the one who avoids drama at all costs, and someone will still come for you if they think you're an easy target. But the moment you stop backing down, the moment you say no with your whole chest, bullies break, lies crumble, and truth stands taller than ever. Pete sits beside me and nudges my shoulder. "You did well," he says. I shake my head. "We did well." Behind us, neighbors laugh while fixing a picnic table. Kids splash by the shore, no fear, no entitlement, just people being people. And that's all I ever wanted. So if someone watching this is stuck in a fight they never asked for, stand firm. Keep your receipts. Choose your battles wisely, but when does the battle choose you? Fight, all the way to the truth. I look back at the lake, sunlight dancing across the water like it's winking at me. Karen once told me I'd regret locking that gate. But the only thing I regret, it is not locking it sooner. I turn to the camera to you. If you've ever beaten a bully or you're still fighting one, hit like. If you want more real stories like this, subscribe. And drop a comment sharing your own HOA or Neighbor from Hell nightmare.